I did the thing, finally. It's been so long. Hello, welcome back to Wicked Works. We're starting another rescue.
Oh, I'm so awkward. I'm so awkward.
Okay, so today we're going to start going through this originally Fjord Blue 1959 Beetle. A customer of mine, Sue, she's been looking for a car for a few months now, and we actually found this one out in Connecticut. Price was right. She fell in love with the car, so she bought it. Definitely needs some things. It does appear to have the original split case trans, but it has an FCase 1300 in it, which does spin, so maybe we'll try to get that running today. Aside from that, it's a pretty original car. The dash on this thing is perfect. It's got the right wheel, it's got the right signals, it's got a 4-tab hood, it's got the right tank, like it's pretty untouched, and it seems to be pretty untouched since about 1983. So baby girl ain't been on the road for over 40 years at this point. So hopefully we can help Sue get this ready to get on the road. So let's start digging around and see what's inside and how much metal work it needs. All right, let's start up front. Bumper's actually in pretty good shape. It's got the original VW embossed glass up here too, and hella signal lenses and all that. It's got the right tank, belt. This looks like it's been sitting in this for some time. How did you guys do this? Was it this way? Was it? That's how I think, right? Haven't I seen pictures of belts kept in cars like that before? Who knows? Anyway, I'll take the spare out of here. Tire's older than I am. This is what is this? I don't know. Tubeless something or other. Continental. Yeah, it's Continental. Made in Germany. Yeah, that's good. This has got to be pre-date code. Yeah, so this is like unbelievably old. All right. Back half of the spare tire well needs to be done. It's really interesting. The apron itself is really, really nice, but this, I'll show you in a minute, this panel on the bottom is gonzo. Okay, I want gloves. We've got a fun little toolkit here, though. This does not appear to be VW. It looks like it's just a regular toolkit. I have no idea what that's for. Lug thing. I think the wrench itself is actually inside the car. My droppings. Ooh, Got a hubcap puller tool. Stick that on the wheel. Take this guy out of here. Oh, I've never seen. Is this glued down? Kinda. I've never seen before. This insulation pad or sound deadening. This out of here. All I can smell is bad gas. So the wiring looks actually in really, really good shape. There's a little bit of rodent activity going on. A lot of poop. So I'll want to vacuum this before I pull this guy out, just so I don't inhale all that. But like the glove box is perfect and original. It's still paper, and that's nice. All the wires are good. I think the fella we bought the car from said that it was a March of '59 production, and it's got a February of '59 speedo in it, so that makes sense to me. I believe it is still 6 volt, so hopefully we won't have to do too much wiring. Be cool if I could add a fuel gauge to it, and it does have the hole here for one kind of sorta, so maybe we'll get to do that, but that tank is something else. Oh, that's a problem. There we go. Ooh. Okay. Let's get the light in here. Oh, that's bad. Okay, baby girl gonna need a tank. Thankfully, I was recently informed that these tanks are now in reproduction. But if we're going to put a fuel gauge in it, I may end up having to get an earlier square tank like I did in Clementine. So we'll see what happens. But for now, I'm just gonna. That's the cap rotted off. There's no legs on this anymore. Great. Let me show you the spare tire well here, and then we're going to move to the interior, I guess. So it's really odd because like that lip is perfect. It's just the panel that sat on top of it that rotted out. So hopefully that'll be easy, but like it's never been hit in the front. This is all super, super perfect. It still has the Fjord Blue sticker, and wow, what a capsule, truly. All right, let's take a look at the interior. This is my favorite part. Oh, the jealousy is real. I can't remember what Dwight said. Well, the fellow we bought the car from, what he said this was. I think it's another ignition. Which is likely aftermarket. Yeah, it's just an aftermarket ignition set. So I might pop that in today if we decide to try to get it running, just so that I can start it with a key. But obviously we're going to use that ignition and get our friend Jody at Vintage VW Keys and Service to cut us a key when the time comes for that. Get this carpet out of here. Nasty. This is an accident report card. It's obviously never been filled out, but that's pretty cool. It's got the original 6-volt battery cover. That's cool. That's pretty cool. OG jack. Still has the blue on the end there. I wonder how much of a pain it's going to be to try to get this seat off. Will this move? Oh my God! Look at that. Absolutely amazing. What's this? Piece of foam? Thumb? What's this? 3 for high score. Add your score, get 165 points for high score. Cracker Jack Division, Border Foods, Borden Inc., Chicago, Illinois 60638, item 21376. That's cute. Neat. Oh, I got the spring off right. Okay. Oh, this thing's gonna need a good vacuum. Oh, will we get as lucky with this seat? What's this? Is it just more floor mat? It looks it. Ew, 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 ew. That's a lot of pee. Ugh. Don Pablo. Extraordinarily mild without bite. Why is it in plastic? What is this? Oh, pipe tobacco. Good God! All right, enough faffing around here. Let's see if this will move. Wow. Yeah. Oh, we got another alcoholic cap of some kind. Molson Golden. Oop. All right. Gimme. Come here. You attached it again. Thank you. I was hoping to be. Oh shit! Me, is that the key? Is that the key? Nope. I got all excited. We got another alcoholic beverage cap. Schaefer. Nope. There's another one. Budweiser. Hold on. Got another one. Budweiser. All right. So homie drank and smoked a lot. I'm gonna keep pulling carpet and things out of here and start cleaning the interior up so that we can take a proper look at metalwork and what's got to happen. So stand by while I make a big mess and inhale a whole bunch of stuff that's probably not good for me. I'm gonna need scissors. All right, well, I got this all cleaned out. Needs a little bit more metal work than we originally thought. So up there in the front, they did a really good job at hiding the panel that they pop riveted to the outside and then just caked over with undercoat, because I can't see that from the outside. So interestingly, all the rot damage seems to be pretty confined to the passenger side. The driver's side is not without its rust, but it's significantly more solid than that side. Which makes me think that for the majority of this car's life, while the original owner was driving it, because this is a one-owner car, while the original owner was driving it, he was parking it on the street. I think, however his daily routine went, he would park on the right side of the street in front of his house, and during the winter, the salt and everything would get pushed to the side of the street, and that's the side that ate that side of the car. Is that 100% correct? Absolutely not. But it's a theory. I think it definitely needs at least one channel. I'm going to end up pulling the body to do all that nonsense up at the firewall up here. Maybe we can get away with just doing one side. I'm probably going to end up doing both channels. It's going to need quarters on both sides and some other stuff. So knowing that it needs a bit of metal, I don't think there's really any reason for me to continue looking at the body stuff. Which means I think it's time to maybe try to make it run. All right, so this does rotate. Seem to go all the way around. So this car would have originally had a 36 horse because it's 59. 60 was the last year for that. Would have originally been 6 volt. It's got a non-synchro first trans. Yeah, that feels really good. Okay. So, likely still has a 6 volt starter in it, which will be, oh wow, the oil looks pretty good too. It's a little low, but a little old, but it's there. I will probably, that is a 6 volt generator, and I'm pretty sure that's a 6 volt coil, but interestingly, it's got a 12 volt choke. I will take these 2 wires. One of these comes off the starter and goes to the voltage regulator, and on the same terminal on the voltage regulator carries power to the front. I don't want to run 12 volts through this, so I will probably clamp these 2 together, and then I'll find a 12 volt coil, and then that should really be it. This cap is brand new. The cap's brand new. The rotor is brand new. Alright, so that's the distributor wire. That's the, whatever that's, the 3 different wires that go to the coil. I mean the choke rather. We're gonna get this guy out of here. Boop. File these points a little bit. All right, so now we're gonna close the points, and then I hope that that's gonna stay there. I'm gonna go get I gotta clean the terminals on the battery, and then I'll put a 12 volt battery in, and we'll check to see if we have spark. All right, well, before I continue with the rest of that, I was gonna hook my button up, but I have my button wired with a spade on the signal side instead of an alligator clamp, and this car is too old for that. It's got screw terminals, so I thought, all right, I'll put the spare key in, but the spare key also has spades. And the ignition switch is all screw terminals. So what I'm gonna do, what I have to do, a little bit of wire in here, I'll just put some spades on the ends of them wires, and then put the key in and carry on with what I was doing. Oh, I also forgot to mention that I found a gun in the car. Okay, got the key in, big surprise, doesn't fit. Got the battery hooked up. Let's see if we have dash lights. Oh, wow, look at that. Okay. All right. So now, back here, I'm going to run a jumper off of this to the coil, and then hopefully I'll be able to check for spark at the distributor. I realized I don't need the jumper wire because I'm using the key. So we're going to do key on with lightage, and we're just gonna, how am I gonna do this so that I can see? Spark. Okay, great. So in theory, I should be able to just pour some fuel in this, put all this back together, and she should bark off. So I'm going to put that back on and this back on, and I'm going to take this off. I need the correct wrench for that. Should probably open the door, I guess, but all right. See what happens. Crankage. All right, let's see if I can give it any. All right, that's not working. All right, there's the fuel. Okay, we'll try it again. Was that shooting out of the carburetor? Do I have to time this? Okay, I'll check the basics here. Okay, so that should be number 1. And it's not, that's number 2. This should be number 1. All right, so we're gonna there's that mark. Okay. So, 1, 4. Oh, well, that's a problem. Is there even a plug in this side? Yes. Okay, can we get that do something? Okay, so we're gonna do that side, right? Give it a little bit more. Oh, something tells me we got to look at the valves. All right, well, this, that might have something to do with it. So let me go through all the valves. If I find anything, I'll let you know. And then, you know, hopefully we can make this pig run. Well, I came up here to confirm the rotor, and the plug wires are on this incorrectly. This is actually pointing at number 3 when this is on number 1. So the plug wires are 180 degrees out. Actually, no, the plug wires are 180 degrees out, but the distributor pinion shaft is 180 degrees out, because on top dead center of cylinder 1, if everything's correct, this should actually be pointing over here. So I got to rearrange the plug wires, but the valves are super loose, so we're going to go through those first. I'll fix that, and then we'll try again. So that should be correct now. Let's stick this back in there. And we'll load up on gas again. Okay, camera angles. Yeah, that works. Oh, that's good. All right, well, I got it to bark off. It did idle for a moment. I can't really make it run longer than I have because I don't have a way for it to run fuel to the pump, and that tank is disgusting. I know it runs. It ran long enough for me to hear all the things that I needed to hear. It sounds really, really good. It made enough oil pressure to shut the light off, so that's good. I think the next step is really going to be a little bit further disassembly, but I think what we're going to do, because the Polish car is still apart, is I'm going to talk to the customer that bought this car and just kind of lay all the things out that it needs, and then do a little bit more exploratory kind of digging around to see how much metal work it really, really needs. And then we're probably going to end up doing it backwards from the way that I normally do it. Normally, I would do all the body stuff first and then the mechanical. But I can't have three cars apart, bodies off the chassis in here. So I think I'm going to do all the mechanicals first while I try to finish the Polska, at least get that back together so that I can then separate the body from this one and do the metal on that. So I'll probably do a little bit more digging around, like I said, and then we'll probably start with like brakes and like pull the engine out and reseal it and see if the budget will allow us to put a later transmission in, because I have a feeling she's not really gonna like driving around on a non-synchro first. So I think I'm gonna end this here. As always, thank you very much for watching. Subscribe if you haven't already. Leave a like, leave a comment, share with your friends. You can follow me on Instagram at WickedWorks. If you have a car that you would like some work done on, you can email me at wickedworksvw@gmail.com. However, at this time, I'm like 8 to 10 months out. So, thanks for watching. Also, started pulling the bus apart a lot. Beams out. I'm doing like ball joints and all the seals and bushings and things, and then I was trying to do the coupler this morning and had to pull the whole column out and tried to get the steering wheel off and ruin the steering shaft and the steering wheel. So now I've got to get a steering shaft and a steering wheel, and I'm like, well, if I'm getting a steering wheel, I might as well get a shifter and snowball. So I'm not really filming this because I got to get this ready for Rachel and I to take it to Canada at the end of June. And filming really slows me down on that. So I'll add bits on probably Instagram as I go. Okay, that's enough. Bye. Well, I had to share this because this is just awesome. But so I wanted to see how many of the lights worked, right? So key on, and also the wipers. Okay, definitely still 6 volt. And this